990 leading, 6833 trailing, and 6745 as distributed power. A BNSF oil train was making its way east through the town of Castleton, North Dakota. It was carrying 104 loaded .111 tank cars, and it had 3 locomotives as power, all BNSF. The lead unit was Dash 944 CW 4934, and trailing was ES44AC 5958. There was also a distributed power unit at the back of the train, which was ES44C4 6684. It also had 2 buffer cars loaded with sand on either end of the train. Meanwhile, a BNSF grain train was due to pass the oil train in Castleton. This train was carrying 112 covered hoppers, and it had 3 locomotives on point, all BNSF ES44C4s, with 6990 leading, 6833 trailing, and 6745 as distributed power. May 24th, 2011, a UP manifest train operating on CSX trackage was stopped just outside of Mineral Springs, North Carolina. The train had only 9 cars and was way overpowered, with 2 SD70Ms pulling it, 4220 and 3960. Coming up behind it, a CSX intermodal, Q194, and the signal governing the block ahead of it was dark. 2 CSX locomotives headed the train. In the lead, C40-8W7783 and an XC&O SD40-2 8429, originally built as a straight SD40.
Trains were traveling along the Stockton subdivision through California's Central Valley. The southbound train was a manifest, designated MRIC BAR 1-13. The train consisted of 55 freight cars and 7 locomotives on the head end. Leading the train was BNSF-944CW 4059, followed by National Railway Equipment, or NREX, SD50 number 5473, another BNSF-9 1065, a First Union Rail, or FURX, SD40-2 8110, BNSF GP30U 2437, BNSF SD40-2 7065, and finally BNSF-9 997. In the opposite direction was a northbound unit train carrying cement. This train consisted of 30 freight cars and 4 locomotives, all of which were Dash 9s. Leading the train was BNSF 4479, followed by BNSF 4715, Norfolk Southern 8967, and lastly BNSF 4576, which were former CIT Group / Capital Finance Incorporated, or CEFX, SD40M-2 3124, first built for the Southern Pacific as SD45 number 8954, and former Union Pacific SD50 9851, originally built for the Denver and Rio Grande Western as number 5507. At Dexter, New Mexico, an A, bound for Carlsbad, New Mexico from Clovis. This train consisted of 79 freight cars and an impressive 9 engines in the lead. The leader of this train was Railways of Mexico, or Ferromex, SD70 ACE 4072, followed by Ferromex SD70 ACE 4070, Ferromex ES44AC 4682, BNSF-944CW 1077, BNSF-944CW 1063, BNSF-944CW 5432, BNSF ES44C4 7134, BNSF-944CW 5108, and finally BNSF-944CW 4430.
SF train was hauling plastic from Fort Worth, Texas to Laurel, Montana. The leader of this train was C44 4882, which was painted into the H2 scheme. Then C44 681, which was painted into the fake bonnet scheme. And finally BNSF SD40 7829, which was painted into the BN scheme, SD40-2s. The leader was 7938 and 6329 as distributive power.
Kippers do. Who cares? This is good cocoa. Come on, firemen, back to our engine. Little did they know they had got out just in time. two trains smashed head-on into each other like two charging rams at a combined speed of nearly 125 miles an hour, around the same speed Regional 94 was going when it smacked into the three Conrails at Chase. Car after car bashed into each other, and one hopper is even launched into the air and crushes a coach like a Japanese sumo wrestler. Finally, everything stops. Safely across, the train clips the back of the trailer and swings it out of the way. The locomotives shift out of balance off the track from the collision and derail. 11 of the Superliner coaches behind the train also derail and pile up with the engines.
In the end, CSX 7803 was damaged beyond repair and scrapped. CSX 8101 was repaired, but was later retired from the railroad. Its whereabouts are unknown, but it was assumed that the locomotive was scrapped. CSX 4695 and 4810 were also repaired and returned to service, but in 2018, CSX 4695 was sold to the PRLX. The two locomotives continue to service as of today. The train consisted of three CSX locomotives, with CSX AT44EH number 3428 leading, CSX GP40-3 6539, CSX SD50-3 8523, and 116 freight cars, 89 loaded and 27 empty. The train consisted of BSF SD70 MAC number 9735 leading, TFM known as KCSM SD70 MAC number 1623 trailing, 124 empty coal cars, and finally 2 DPUs in the back of the train, which were KCS SD78 number 4153 and BSF SD70 MAC number 9679.
The train consisted 3 locomotives with CSX ES44DC number 5348 leading, CSX AC44CW number 72, and CEFX AC44CW 1026.
9450 leading, and there were 2 helpers in the back, which were SD40-2 3341 and SD40-2 3354. Coming up behind the San Luis UP train was the Santa Fe Intermodal. The train consisted of B40-8W 576 in the lead and FP45 96 trailing, and there were 2 helpers, STF45 5976 and an Santa Fe GP60M 144.
Next coal train was parked outside north of Irvine, Kentucky. The train had 2 AT44CWs leading, with 151 and 403. In the end, 6351 and all the locomotives of the southbound train were considered totaled and scrapped. The other units were repaired and put back into service, and they still operate to this day.
I was trying to beat them. The car goes around the gates, and then the moment comes.
The train consisted of 2 engines, both BNSF-9 44CWs, number 4829 and 780 in the fake body paint scheme. Meanwhile, behind Q-PTS TAC 1-15L was a BNSF northbound BNSF rock train heading towards Bellingham. The train consisted of 2 locomotives. The leader was BNSF 7305, a rebuilt SD-2 built at CN 5036 in February of 1968. And behind it is BNSF 3129, a GP50 built as BN 3129.
Are in bad shape. They're sitting on a Norfolk Southern siding in Rome, Georgia. BNSF 6746 has the most damage. You can see twisted metal on the front of the engine and bent handrails on the side. Meanwhile, NS 9867, its headlights still on, is not looking great either. Both engines are covered in coal. Lots of twisted metal and mud. That's probably the best way to describe this Norfolk Southern derailment scene in Jasper, Alabama. This happened on the night of April 8th, 2023, and I recorded this footage a week later on April 15th. According to the Jasper Police Department, the train crew was briefly trapped in the engine room after the locomotive tilted over. Units like these don't really have engine rooms, but it's probably safe to say the railroad employees were trapped here in the cab. There's no question, this locomotive took a beating. The right side of it is caked in mud, the handrails are bent, and it looks like one of its windshields is missing. But the left side fared a little better.